right, welcome to Giants Sports Talk Live, morning edition. Let's talk about the game yesterday in San Diego Petco Park, and then we'll get into the upcoming games. Yeah, I know. Rough game. Logan Webb wasn't on his game, so to speak. Gave up 9 hits, 5 earned runs. Fortunately, Giants, they tried to mount a nice comeback. They got it up to 5-4, but then I think it was in the 6th or 7th. I can't remember what inning it was. Randy Rodriguez gave up his first runs of the season. He gave up a 2-run shot, made it 7-4, and that was the final, Glenn. Tough one, but hey, sometimes you can't win them all.
The only thing that surprised me about the ball game that we watched from start to finish last night, Eric, was I didn't think you hit the nail on the head when you said, ironically, that Webb didn't have it.
He just didn't have it.
He just didn't have it, though, in the second inning or the 4th inning. He didn't have it. So why?
Yeah, it was a bad outing.
I was shocked. You're coming off that road trip. You had the day off.
Yeah.
You got a brief 2-game series. And Bob Melvin. I question Bob Melvin's decision sometimes. I just thought that, you know what? He may be your ace, but if your pitcher doesn't have it, how far are you allowing him to go to the well, man?
And you know what? And here's a good point. It's something that I kind of forgot. I should have mentioned it the other night. In the 3rd inning, he struck out 3 in a row. So he looked like he had something. So maybe he just was off a little kill. Who knows, man? It's the game of baseball. It's weird, and it's unfortunate. Giants couldn't win this. So it's going to be a tough one today. We'll talk about it more. But hey, let's look at the.
And I know you are somewhat. We'll talk about it maybe on the show tonight, Giant Sports Talk Live, and you and I, because it's an afternoon game. Not to get too far ahead in this show, but we got an afternoon game, so you and I will be on the air at 8:00 tonight for Giant Sports Talk Live.
Yes,
a Northern Lights Entertainment production. But do you notice the difference, Eric, when it's a competitive game? I call it our competitive bullpen and our innings-eating bullpen. Last night we saw the Trevino, the Rodriguez. When we are in a competitive game, it's completely they go to a different Birdsong, Rogers. There's 2 bullpens here, Eric.
There is. I mean, because look, and your bullpens are normally set up that way. You know, usually you're going to have guys who are just innings eaters. They're going to, and don't get me wrong. Look, Rodriguez is a good pitcher though, so he could be in high leverage as well. But I mean, that happens. And also you gotta kind of monitor it. Which guys have been working the most? You want to give them a little bit of time off compared to others. So there's a lot of different variables. So, but
speaking of bullpen, you're going to get into it now. I think the bullpen looked good for San Diego again last night.
Jeez, their bullpen
Our first
is so
look, but I caught a few Padre games this year, and their pitching in general looks good, Eric.
Yeah, it is. As you can see, Padres won 7-4. Padres now 18-11, Giants 19-11. Pivetta is now 5-1 with a sub-2 ERA. Webb still with a sub-3 ERA. It's still good. He's 3-2, and Suarez got the save. Box score, Yastrzemski went 0-4. Adames had a nice game, 2 hits. Both of them extra base hits. One a home run, the other one a double. Lee had a hit. Lee had a hit. Chapman.
Oh, he just missed the sombrero there, didn't he?
And then the next guy, Flores, unfortunately, looked really bad yesterday. 4 strikeouts and 4 at-bats. Ramos had a nice hit. His at-bats are pretty good. Wade Jr. had a hit. That was a nice hit by Wade to see him come through. His hit was a double. It scored 2 runs. Bailey swinging the torpedo bat had a hit, and then Fitzgerald had a hit. And then
I'm just hoping we can pick up those averages in the month of May, Eric. We got 4 guys there. They're floundering.
Yep. And this is kind of the story of the game. Again, Webb was only able to go 5, gave up 9 hits, 5 earned runs, had 6 strikeouts. Miller had an inning of work. Rodriguez, again, had a tough outing. Even though he gave up 2, he still has a nice ERA. He's had a good year so far. And then Trevino came with a clean inning.
And I'm not making any excuses, Eric. You look at that line for Webb.
Yeah.
When you see 5.1 or 5 innings, you got Pivetta up there now. But,
yeah, I'm going to show this real quick.
When you got the line Webb had last night, Eric, there was no excuses. It was just downright ugly.
Bad, just bad. But yeah, look at the bullpen. Estrada, Morejon, Adam, Suarez, sub-2, sub-1, sub-1 ERAs. I'm telling you, you get into that damn bullpen of the San Diego Padres and you're down, it's going to be a uphill climb in trying to break through at this particular time. Now, look, as the season progresses, maybe they start giving up some more. But right at this particular time, they are really good.
You ain't kidding. Bring that back up, Eric. Bring that back.
Yeah.
Guys, take a look at those numbers. You got your
ridiculous.
closer and your setup guy at about 060 some. You got 056 and 069.
Yeah,
and then
I know.
take a look, Eric. We faced 5 pitchers, and the worst it got for the Padres is a 188.
I know. I'm telling you, they're taking care of business.
That's
man.
Greasy, man. That's greasy pitching. That's all. That's really nice pitching.
Yup, exactly.
And that's kept them competitive in this tight division.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now let's get into today's games.
Yeah, let's take a break from the Padres and the Giants for a second. Refresh.
Last day of April, St. Louis will be taking on Cincinnati in Cincinnati. Yesterday it got postponed. I'm not sure. Are they doing a
double dip?
Yep, they are. They're going to have a doubleheader. The first game, 9:40 a.m. Miles Mikolas going for the Cardinals, and starting pitcher for the Reds will be Brady Singer.
Jackson Jobe and AJ Blue. I was going to say Blue Balls. Blue Ball. Okay. Detroit and Houston today, 11:10 MLB Network. I think it's Blue Ball. That's a
Blue
game,
Ball.
Dude. Woo! There you go. Better him than us.
And Atlanta will be taking Colorado in Colorado. Woo! Ball will be flying. You know it will.
LA Dodgers, they blasted Miami last night, Eric. We even saw Kike Hernandez pitching because it got so lopsided. The Dodgers over Miami. Today, Cal Quantrill will try to right the ship up against Tony Gonsolin. I got a question before we go any further, Eric. Because you and I are both heavily invested in fantasy baseball. Not invested might not be the right word in a $50 game. But what is going on with I thought the Dodgers were locked and loaded with the greatest pitching staff ever, and now it seems like they can't go 2 games without bullpen games. Dude, what's going on there?
Pitching, they're rotating. Again, it happened last year. Their rotation was in shambles, and it looks like it's the same this year, and it's their lineup that's getting them through all this. So, yeah. Dude,
they're 4 weeks into the season, and I'm like, dude, this is got to be a nightmare, but it's LA Dodger baseball, and they keep winning.
Yep. Tyler Anderson and Emerson Hancock will be the starting pitchers for the Angels. It's going to be Anderson. For the Seattle Mariners, it'll be Hancock. Should be a good game in Seattle. 1:10 start.
Minnesota's at Cleveland today. 3:10 start. Eric, give us a little breather while we're watching some early baseball. I'll be watching this one, or maybe the Yankee-Baltimore game, but Pablo Escobar up against, or I should say Pablo Lopez. I don't know where that came. Pablo Escobar. Pablo Lopez will take on Luis Ortiz. Cleveland at home to Minnesota.
Not the cartel. You're thinking of cartel.
What the heck? Too much military history chronicles for me.
Oh, man. What's going on, man?
Oh, my goodness.
He sprung out of prison. He's starting for the Twins.
Move it along, Eric. Move it along.
New York Yankees taking on Baltimore in Baltimore. This will be a prime video. Carlos Carrasco will take the ball for the Yankees. Cade Povich will be the starting pitcher for Baltimore.
And that game's at 3:30. So if I start looking for the proper channel, I might just find it in time. I don't even know what prime video is, Eric. Chicago's at Pittsburgh. Matthew Boyd up against Carmen Medzynski. Carmen Medzynski. And Matthew Boyd today. Pittsburgh, Chicago. Going to be hard to stop those Chicago Cubs, especially if it ain't Skeens pitching, because Chicago's one of the better clubs in baseball right now.
Yeah. St. Louis Cardinals will play their second game at 3:40. Steven Matz will go for the Cardinals, and Cincinnati Reds is undecided at this particular time. We'll find out a little bit later.
It's back end of a doubleheader, so maybe it'll depend. Maybe they'll go with a bullpen game.
Might be a bullpen game. Yeah.
See if they win the first one. Washington at Philadelphia. Jake Irvin against Christopher Sanchez. Jake Irvin. Sounds like he should be pumping gas somewhere. It's just one of those non-baseball names. Jake Irvin. Washington at Philadelphia. Jake Irvin, Christopher Sanchez, 3:45 start. Phillies, they're not playing as well as I thought they were, and Washington is what I thought they'd be.
Yeah. Kansas City Royals will be in Tampa Bay, playing in George Steinbrenner Stadium, I think. There's a good old minor league facility for the Yankees during spring training. It'll start at 4:05. That one will also be on Major League, the MLB Network. Noah Cameron, haven't heard of him, going to go for the Royals. Will take on Drew Rasmussen for the Tampa Bay Rays.
I've learned my lesson. If his name is Noah Cameron, there's not a hope in hell I'm picking him up in fantasy. This picking up guys I've never heard of, it does not work. Boston is at Toronto. Speaking of pitching, Eric, you got another undecided. I will guarantee you today, Eric, that when Lucas Giolito throws for Boston, he will not be facing Easton Lucas. That was another adventure that you and I both took, and it didn't go well for me. He's been sent to AAA. Blue Jays haven't decided who'll pitch today in that one. Red Sox at the Dome in Toronto, 4:07 start in the Big Smoke.
And the Diamondbacks will be taking on the Mets. That'll be a good series in New York. The Mets have been playing some great baseball. Again, this one's on the MLB Network, 4:10 start. Corbin Burns.
Corbin Burns to the D-backs.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, Corbin Burns will be taking on undecided for the Mets.
What is it? We got a plague of undecided today, Eric.
Yeah, I don't know what.
You know what? I bet you there are a lot of 4-game series, and these are a lot of getaway days.
Maybe
teams wrapping up either homestands or
no. I think Arizona didn't play New York the other day, did they? I don't think so. I think these are all. Yeah, I guess they did.
Yeah,
I take that back. I take it.
So back. What we traditionally know as a Thursday for a travel day for a weekend 3-game series, maybe these teams are jumping into 4 games. We'll look at that tonight. Milwaukee at Chicago. Tobias Myers and Shane Smith. 4:40 start. Who the heck cares?
There you go. And in the last game there, the Athletics will take on the Texas Rangers again. Oh, got to sneeze. Give me a minute.
And don't forget, we'll be on tonight. Giant Sports Talk Live and Northern Lights Entertainment Production will be on the air at 8 o'clock. Don't forget the Giant game. We'll take a look in a second, but it is an afternoon game. The A's, they're in Texas today, Eric.
Whew, yeah, thank you. 5:05 start. That is the latest game that's starting today. Luis Severino, the guy that spent a lot of money on in the offseason, will take the ball for the Athletics. Nathan Eovaldi, the Texas Rangers ace, will be the starting pitcher in Texas. That should be a decent game. I think Texas wins, though.
Yeah.
There you go.
And the Giants, they're back in action this afternoon. We get Landon Arup on the hill. Eric, Landon's not had a bad start to the year, actually. And Michael King, tough right-hander for San Diego.
Yeah, I said last night, I don't think the Giants win this one. It's going to be tough. I mean, right now, at this
making friends.
Look, San Diego came out swinging the bats. They weren't crushing the ball, but they were putting the ball in play. And again, I've said this a million times, you put the ball in play, a lot of things can happen. And I don't know. And hey, maybe Rube comes out and throws a gem. Maybe he surprises us. I hope so. I would love that. I'm not rooting against the Giants. I'm just saying, I think it's going to be a tough ask. Michael King has been really good this year. And then again, we talked about it, that bullpen. If the Padres have a lead, it's going to be tough. We'll see how the Giants pan out. We need to see Chapman step it up today. Last night he sucked, so he's got to come out and do something. Adames had a great game. Again, we got the guys who get paid the big bucks, man. They need to step up and help this team be able to salvage a split here against San Diego.
The producers tell me we've got a little less than 90 seconds, Eric. So who is our pick to click? Who steps up to the plate today in this what I call a must win? Eric, you're going against a team in your own division. You don't want to get swept, even in a 2-game series.
Who do I think the player for the Giants? Is that where we're going to go? What player for the Giants? Jung-Hoo Lee. Yeah, I know. Shocker, right? I think Jung-Hoo Lee has a big game tomorrow.
I think Wilmer's got to start swinging the bat, pick up where he left off earlier in the season. He was a house on fire, as my dad used to say, playing like a house on fire. And lately, boy, he I believe
last night
out. Didn't he strike out 4 times? How many at-bats did he have? 4.
The golden sombrero. Yeah.
The home run production down a little bit at the end of the month. Maybe he can pick that up. Don't forget, tomorrow is Wednesday, April 30th. We've reached the end of the first month of the baseball season. Tonight we're going to recap the first month. How about that? We'll take a look at
Let's do it.
Road series, the home series.
What do we expect for May? Hey, that's a great point. We could talk about what we expect in May. We can look at the schedule for May, and then well, let's do that. Yeah, good idea.
I expected a slower start, come out like gangbusters, and I made the comment to you on the show last night. You may remember, Eric. I said maybe people's expectations are a little bit high right now.
Inflated. And I get it.
Recency bias.
Maybe.
A wise man once said. I'll see you tonight at 8.
Yep. We'll see you guys. Enjoy your Wednesday, and we'll see you tonight after game 2. See ya.